Some reports suggest US officials had briefed European counterparts on intelligence pointing to a possible Russian invasion of Ukraine this Wednesday. But the US National Security Advisor says they cannot perfectly predict the day, but that the window for an attack was now open.
We continue to see signs of Russian escalation, including new forces arriving at the Ukrainian border. As we've said before, we are in the window when an invasion could begin at any time, should Vladimir Putin decide to order it. I will not comment on the details of our intelligence information, but I do want to be clear. It could begin during the Olympics, despite a lot of speculation that it would only happen after the Olympics. We are also ready to respond decisively alongside those allies and partners should Russia choose to take military action. Our response would include severe economic sanctions, with similar packages imposed by the European Union, the United Kingdom, Canada, and other countries.
A weekend of telephone diplomacy from the White House included President Biden talking with Russian President Vladimir Putin on Saturday, in which he again promised that were Moscow to undertake a further invasion of Ukraine, that the US, together with its allies, would respond decisively and impose swift and severe economic costs on Russia. In a Sunday call with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, Biden reaffirmed U.S. commitments to Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity, while both agreed on the importance of continuing to pursue diplomacy and deterrence. Russia's foreign minister appearing to hold a similar view, telling President Putin in this televised exchange that his extensive diplomatic contacts continue over their security concerns, including that Ukraine be blocked from joining NATO.
There is always a chance. Your latest contacts with the leaders of the United States, France, Germany's chancellor who's coming tomorrow, and I'm talking to my colleagues tomorrow. It will be Poland's foreign minister in 2 days, Italy's, other contacts are in the works. All in all, our sustained advocacy, a commitment to explaining our correct positions, and a willingness to listen to serious counter-arguments. It seems to me that our options are far from exhausted, but they should not continue indefinitely. But at this stage, I would suggest that we continue the talks and build on them.
Ukraine has meanwhile called for an emergency meeting of the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe in order to clarify Russia's military activity along its border, even though President Zelensky warned that panic would not help his country after more than a dozen countries ordered their citizens to leave Ukraine.
From the very beginning, we didn't believe it at the very beginning of the war on the east of our country in 2014. That's why I have to analyze all the information which we have. We have a lot of information because we are on these borders. It's our borders. It's our territory. You know, I have to speak with our people like. Like president, and say people truth, and the truth that we have different information. And now the best friend for enemies, that is panic in our country. And all this information that helps only for panic doesn't help us.
For now, diplomatic contacts continue in different fora. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz is in Ukraine before heading to Russia, while President Biden and UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson will speak later Monday. Sherman Brycebees, SABC News, New York.